and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Towns.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at center, locking down the middle. Now, when it comes to load management strategy, Doris, should coaches do it along the way as opposed to waiting until the last, say, quarter or third of the season?
Well, Kev, I think you can look to the San Antonio Spurs, who I think were the first to really look hard at what we would now describe as load management. And I think the one thing is you're trying to just make sure guys are prepared for the most important point of the season. You've got to win enough to get in the playoffs and be positioned well, but your guys have also have to be healthy at the end of the year.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Here's Okogie. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Passes it to VanVleet. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Okogie. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Clippers.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Pass to Russell. Beasley outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Lowry can't get it to go.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Fires from 14. Okogie misses. Raptors are gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Ryan Saunders had a few moments to share. Now facing the Raptors for the second time this season after dropping the first game, Coach said the team is in a different place. He said, when we played Toronto the first time, we hadn't figured out what approach was best for us as a team. It should be a different story this time around. He's a confident guy, fellas.
Thank you, David. There's the pass to Siakam. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Beasley. It's deflected.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Okogie. Timberwolves passing it around. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Okogie misses.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And it's sent back by Russell. Here's Beasley. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Passes it to Van Vliet. Nice D from Russell. Timberwolves trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
Here's Lowry after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Lowry looking around. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now, here is Russell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Okogie. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Raptors leading by 6. Trying to find Van Vliet and gets it to him. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Kyle Lowry, Doris, never shy about contact.
You're right, Kevin. Never shy on either end, offensively or defensively. Kyle Lowry will get into you. He is the tone setter with his physicality and his effort level.
Towns with the bucket.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
And stolen by Russell. 3-on-3. Here's Towns. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, that's a strong finish. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top. Boy, when you think about the skill that Karl Anthony Towns has, you realize he's just getting started in the league. His future is truly off the charts. By the midpoint of his career, we could be talking about him as one of the most skilled big men to ever play the game.
The free throw drops for Towns. And with the offensive tool set of Karl Anthony Towns, Doris, he could see MVP consideration in the future.
Well, what we know about Karl Anthony Towns certainly is that each and every night he has a major impact for his team. And consider, he's still growing as a player and ironing out some areas. But this guy is going to be a star for a long time, no doubt.
Here's Anunoby. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Van Vliet, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred Van Vliet. Never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. Van Vliet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred Van Vliet will deliver.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Free throw drops for Culver.
And you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris, it's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance.
Now here's Powell. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Well, you think about the work Serge Ibaka has put in to enhance his three-point shooting. He has now become a modern NBA stretch four.
And here's Culver. Serge Ibaka making his last triple. Now here's Culver. He's tightly guarded. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Culver. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
A moment now to see the numbers for Kyle Lowry. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
And the dunk by Towns.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Now, here's Culver. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Spellman. Turner looking around. That one's not going to go. And Toronto will come the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
That's a 2 from Powell. Off the left rim and out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Grab with the ball. Powell's there. Now the pass to Culver. Here's Turner. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Raptors leading by 3. Pass to Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
Now here's Culver. Lowry covering. Culver with it. He tries for 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And here's Culver. Kicks it to Towns. Launches it. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Lowry passes to Powell. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in, and Thomas subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Minnesota also with the sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys. Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Here's Powell, following the score by Jarrett Culver with the fadeaway. They get the rebound, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Towns.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
First one falls for him.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Evan Turner. Passes it to Davis. In the corner, Powell with it.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
Culver passes to Spellman. Now Turner. Shoots from 12. Boucher with the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Outside, Davis. To the wing right side. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Kevin, the energy Hollis Jefferson exerts on the defensive end is so commendable. This guy's sticking with his man and altering shots.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Raptors out in front, up 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set and how it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
My defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot, energy, and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
We've got Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Powell. Then it's Thomas. And it's Boucher in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. He's off on the first.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
And he's good on the second. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And then for Minnesota, Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Amari Spellman. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Turner. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for the game with the Mavericks, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And that one misses.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. That one is no good. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by James Johnson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Raptors shooting the sixth attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
One shot.
Free throw good, Van Vliet.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Yep, it counts.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Van Vliet kicks to Thomas. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him. Another shot. Boucher's shot is off. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 3. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Russell. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Anunoby's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Goes back up. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Beasley's checked in for the Timberwolves.
One shot.
And that one misses.
I think one thing you have to love about the Timberwolves, their aggression on the offensive end. This is a team that has been top 10 in free throw attempts over the last 8 years. And when they get to the line, they do convert.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now Van Vliet. He's got 9. Right side, Davis. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And the Raptors lead by 5. And part of why the Wolves get to the line so much, they take a lot of two-point shots.
And that's a trade-off, right, Kev? We all know the analytics like the three-point shot. They like restricted area twos. But the best way to get to the line is to challenge the teeth of that defense. You can't do that from 25 feet away, guys.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And you know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell, he's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
The Raptors have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
One shot.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Okogie. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Bounce pass from Hernan Gomez. Timberwolves passing it around. 5 to shoot. Feeds it to Russell. Over Lowry. Russell no luck. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Anunoby. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Russell against Lowry. To the paint. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now here's Beasley. 23 points for him the last game against the Clippers.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Now here's Beasley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And here's Toronto. They're on an 11-3 run. And a wide open look for Siakam. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Okogie. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Minnesota, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. And the Raptors with the ball. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Lowry drives in, sinks the triple. Ibaka's got 8 points.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Up top, Russell. Lowry covering. Outside, Russell. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. And Lowry has it in the corner. From 12 feet out, it's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And the basket by Okogie.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Lowry against Russell. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Russell against Lowry. Russell looking it over. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Russell's got 5 points in the quarter. Now here's Van Vliet, covered by Beasley. That one falls. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Russell against Siakam. They get it back. And it's Russell missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Some changes for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Powell in for Fred Van Vliet. Timberwolves also changing it up. Omari Spellman has come in for Hernan Gomez. Turner comes in for Josh Okogie, and it's Alan Crabb in for Malik Beasley. Now here's Crabb. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good from outside. Raptors leading by 14. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. For Minnesota, they have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10. No good on that one. Culver's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. He hits the second from the line. Toronto leading by 15. Powell with it. 5 points in the game. Down low. And Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got 9.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Towns. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
I mean, guys, how good is the form and the release? Karl Anthony Towns capable in the mid-range as well.
Here's Powell. 1:35 left in the second quarter.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Now, here's Culver. Lowry covering. That's tipped. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Timberwolves trail by 19. 1:06 left in the first half. Towns, no luck. Toronto's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Outside, Towns. He kicks to Cramp. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Culver. He has 6. 5 on the clock. Here's Turner. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Fast break. Here we go. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. The Timberwolves made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line. And the Raptors with some changes. Boucher is checked in, and Thomas subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Johnson, he's checked in for Minnesota. That's good from Crabbe.
I think if there's one thing that he's proven, it's that Allen Crabbe can shoot the basketball. Now it's his responsibility to keep adding to his game.
Inside. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Culver with 1 on the clock. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Raptors lead by 20. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Karl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job of closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Karl. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the three ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Timberwolves trail by 20. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forwards position. Here's a Kogi. And that one hits back iron.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And stolen by Russell. Here's a Kogi. The dish to Russell. Tipped away. Just 4 to shoot. Towns. It's not going to go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Anunoby passes to Ibaka, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ibaka's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Raptors. To the middle, here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there. The three. Rebound, Minnesota. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Hernan Gomez. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lowry against Russell. Siakam outside. Over Hernan Gomez. Siakam misses. Timberwolves trail by 18.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, a ferocious putback. Towns sends it down.
Siakam against Hernan Gomez. That shot off the mark. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Kogi misses. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We have seen Pascal Siakam's confidence improve dramatically. This guy is becoming a problem as a scorer.
Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
And he can't get the first one.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. And if you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Davis is checked in for Toronto. Good on the second free throw. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris, defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt. At 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
For Minnesota, they have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Well, a 7-footer who's got guard-like skills, who can shoot the lights out. Karl Anthony Towns is a problem, guys.
And the second free throw, good. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Siakam, and the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Toronto. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 17. Misses the wing J.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Beasley dishes to Russell. Connects, the jumper drops. Russell's got 7 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Now here is Davis. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Count that bucket. And that's now 17 points for Serge Ibaka.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. Down low. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And Toronto has possession, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Siakam. Rebound by Okogie.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And he trims the lead to single digits. 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, tremendous job on the pull-up jumper, right? D'Angelo Russell taking advantage of what the defense gives him.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Off target with the open look.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
No good from Beasley. Raptors leading by 7. Now here is Davis. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's foul number 2 for him. The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Culver comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's Alan Crabb in for Malik Beasley. Off the inbound pass. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now here's Johnson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Russell. Pass to Ibaka. To the paint. And it's Davis missing.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
And that one falls for Johnson. And the Raptors with some changes. Boucher is checked in, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Anunoby. Minnesota also making some changes. Omari Spellman comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Turner's subbed in for Russell. So Johnson hits 2 of them. And it's Davis with the ball for Toronto. Passes to Powell. Back to Davis. 6 to shoot. Over Crabb. There's Hollis-Jefferson. And that one is stuffed right through.
But how about the persistence from Hollis-Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Culver with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Spellman. Unable to get that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And here is Powell. 9 points in the game so far. And the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Powell. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Now, here's Culver. Powell with the steal. Here's Davis. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Turner. Broke loose. Powell with the steal. And it's sent back by Turner. Out to the wing. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Culver.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Thomas. With the teardrop, Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Here is Davis, down to 5 on the shot clock. But he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. Now Crabbe, he averages about 5 points a game. Pass to Johnson. Back to Crabbe. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Spellman. The 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So we can't get either to fall. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. And Lowry gets double teamed. Rebound, Minnesota.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The shot by Culver, nobody around. And the 3 off target. Toronto's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And there it is for him. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop. You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number 1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
The first free throw is good.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:35 left to play in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Johnson surveying the floor. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Now, here's Culver. He's guarded closely. Tries a three. Drains the three-pointer. Culver's got 11 points.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Lowry. And that one drops for him. And the Raptors lead by 8.
It's almost a sure thing when Kyle Lowry decides to drive hard to the cup. What a tremendous finisher on the move.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 8. The pass to Culver. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Lowry. There's Hollis Jefferson. Johnson with the block. They get it back. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
How about the toughness, Kevin, from Hollis Jefferson on the interior? Fantastic at using his length close to the rack to get that contact.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for James Johnson. And he sinks the second. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Now, here's Culver. He's got 11. To the middle, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. Powell, no one around him. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. 22 is their biggest lead. Lowry and Powell, the guards. Siakam is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Thomas in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
They get it again. Culver. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And what makes Culver difficult to defend, it starts with the footwork and then the change of pace, and you give him that ability to just rise up and shoot over you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And he has been grinding away to get himself to the line. It hasn't always turned into points, but he's doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Good on the second free throw. So it's Toronto now. They're leading by 8. Lowry with the ball. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, no fear in Kyle Lowry's game. This guy is happy to take it inside and seek you out.
Turner, the bounce pass. Pass to Towns. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's Raptors leading by 10. It's Powell on the wing. Towns comes with a double team. Siakam finds Thomas. From outside, off the mark. So it's the Timberwolves now. And here's Culver. Towns down low, working on Ibaka. And that one's good. Towns.
Well, when you see a Karl Anthony Towns who's engaged on the offensive end, he believes he can score from any spot on the floor.
Here's Lowry. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now here's Towns. Count it. Towns has got 27.
So polished, so assertive down low. Karl Anthony Towns comfortable in this area.
Outside Lowry. Out to Ibaka. Puts it up from 17. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Culver's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He feeds it to Towns. He goes up again. He can't hit that time. Good D by Siakam. It's Powell on the wing. Drills it from outside. Powell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And some changes here for the Raptors. OG Anunoby comes in for Thomas. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Amari Spellman. Okogie comes in for Turner. Beasley's checked in for Craig. And it's Russell in for Culver. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Now here's Beasley. Out to Russell. Clock at 4. Lets a floater go, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Anunoby. Siakam outside. Lowry for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns is Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And the rejection by Ibaka. Tries again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Lowry inside the line. Just 5 to shoot. Hits it from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 20.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here is Russell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 30 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Russell. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Ibaka. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Towns.
I think it's the gritty nature of Serge Ibaka's game that earns him these calls. You've got to be careful how you guard him.
That one is off. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Just 2 to shoot. And Beasley, here we go. That one good for 2.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
One shot.
Free throw drops in for Beasley. Raptors leading by 9. Now Siakam. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Pass to Towns. Beasley outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Towns. The shot comes out. Ibaka with some nice D. In Toronto, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Siakam outside. The pass to Lowry. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Russell passes to Towns. Here's Okogie, and it's denied. Now here is Lowry. Down low. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's 20 points for Serge Ibaka.
Well, Kev, Serge Ibaka takes such smart, high-percentage shots. And when he's got the hot hand, you've got to keep going to him.
To the paint to halt the run. Second chance shot, and Russell puts it in.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 22 is their biggest lead. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Russell against Lowry. Shoots from 12. Russell, no luck.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Van Vliet's got 24 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hernan Gomez. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Anunoby. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 21.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Okogie. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Russell left side. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And here's Lowry after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Floats it up there for Siakam. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I'll tell you, never misses a chance to drop a dime. As usual, Lowry one step ahead of everyone, setting up the bucket.
Here's Towns. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And Towns gets it to go.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now, here's Siakam. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Lowry passes to Siakam. And he banks in the layup.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Towns, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and
an away win.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Serge Ibaka.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Free throw good, Serge Ibaka. Some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. The free throw drops for Towns. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Davis looking for an opening. Pass to Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Minnesota making a switch here. Spellman's checked in. Free throw good, Serge Ibaka.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Evans outside. Passes it to Johnson. Over Johnson. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Now here is Davis. Not going to go that time. And here is Johnson. Vanderbilt fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
One shot.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight. Now, people may think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
Because we know where we want to go, That's why we was focused tonight. We got to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.